Hello, welcome to Business Plan Toolkit, Getting from Ideation to Plan, presented by the Business Resource and Innovation Center at the Free Library of Philadelphia. My name is Jillian Robbins. I'm a business librarian in the BRIC, or Business Resource and Innovation Center, and I'm here to take you through a 5-part webinar on Business Plan Toolkit. Part 1, which is going to be this first video, is the introduction to business plans and resources. So you want to write your business plan. We're going to talk first about how to get started at the BRIC. So the BRIC is the Business Resource and Innovation Center, and we are a center for business owners and entrepreneurs, nonprofit professionals, job seekers, and inventors. Today, we're going to speak specifically about the business resources and how to get started with your business plan. Through these 5 parts, we're going to talk about your business model, business plan resources and examples, the elements of a business plan that include your competitive analysis, demographic research, industry knowledge or market research, financial plans, where to find additional assistance. We're not going to talk about critiquing business plans or funding specifics in these sessions. This class is normally taught in front of a live audience, live class. However, we are in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. So this class is coming to you from my living room. If you hear any weird noises, it's one of my 3 cats. So let's jump in. The first thing to talk about when you are thinking about writing your business plan is the business model. Let's not jump into writing a business plan just yet. You don't jump out fully formed. You have to write an outline and think about your business before you jump in. So your business model describes the rationale of how an organization creates, delivers, and captures value in economic, social, cultural, or other contexts. We're going to talk about something called the 20-minute business plan, meant to be a free-flowing design thinking exercise. So step 1 in writing your business plan is thinking about what your business is going to be, from ideation all the way through writing your business plan. So first thing to think about is, what is your great idea? What is going to be your business? And your value proposition is at the core. This is the core of your company's identity. And we can talk about the business model canvas in just 1 second, but before we even get there, your value is, who are you, why are you qualified, and what kind of business do you want to start? What's your product and who are your customers? And this 1-sentence pitch can really help you get started even before you write your business plan as well. The simple 1-sentence tool is a great way to get started. You can do this a couple of different times to help you get into the thought process. So our blank, that's your product or service, helps your blank, your customers, who want to blank, what job are you going to do to get them through it, by blank and blank. So what pain are you relieving for them, and what is the gain that you're creating for those customers? For example, our gym helps women who want to work out comfortably without feeling intimidated by excluding men and creating an all-female workout space for women by women. So here, my fake product is a gym. My customer segment is women. You might find that you have more than one customer segment. That's okay. And what you're doing for them is you are helping them to work out comfortably without feeling intimidated. And how we're going to do that is by making a female-only workout space. So now that we've done our 1-sentence pitch, we have some ideas flowing, we can start thinking about our business model canvas. Now, the business model canvas is a really great tool. It's a free thinking, free-flowing design thinking tool that you can use to write your business plan. It is called the 20-minute business plan because it's supposed to be free-flowing. It's supposed to be an exercise. No research necessary. These are questions you should be asking yourself about your business before you jump into your business plan. Things like, who are going to help you? How are you going to do it? What do you want to do? How are you going to interact with your customers? Who's going to help you? How are you going to reach your customers? And what do you need And of course, what will it cost and how much money will you make? Now, don't worry, we're going to talk a little bit more about this, and at the presentation end, you'll get a URL where you can access this as well as your own copy of the business model canvas. So after discussing a little bit of free thinking tools, we can now start talking about the business plan and resources that can help you get started. So your business plan is going to define and describe your business. And before you can write your business plan, it's very helpful to take a look at some sample business plans because the writing can be very different from what you would normally write if it's a letter or a research paper. So for business plan resources, we have 2 free library databases that are really helpful with getting started, including the Business Plans Handbook and the Gale Small Business Builder, and a non-free library resource, which is available via an open source tool from SCORE, which is a national organization. They have all kinds of tools, resources, and interactive webinars and courses, as well as some great templates for both startup businesses and established businesses. So we're going to jump into all 3 of these. We're going to actually go to the Free Libraries website, and we're going to start poking around. So we have 2 databases that are only accessible from Parkway Central Library. One of them is Gale Small Business Builder. It's only accessible in the brick via our Wi-Fi on your laptop or device, or one of our PCs for up to 2 hours. And we have one other one, which we'll talk about in our demographics section. But everything else you can access from anywhere in the world with your library card number and PIN. So we're going to actually start with the Business Plans Handbook. So from home or from anywhere in the world, you can go directly to freelibrary.org/business. And from that page, if you scroll down past our services, events, and documents, you can actually access the business model canvas right from here. But you'll see our databases and digital resources section. Right below that, that red hyperlink that says Premier Business Databases is where you can click to access all 13 of our business databases. You'll notice they're subject filtered specifically to business and entrepreneurs. Now from here, you can access alphabetically all of our business plan databases and business planning databases. Like I said, we're going to start with that Business Plans Handbook online. We're actually going to access it since we're off-site via the Gale eBooks link. So don't click on the Business Plans Handbook online. It sometimes acts a little wonky if you're outside of a library. We're going to access it through Gale eBooks. Now, once you click on the link and you're logged in with your free library card number and PIN, you are going to see all of our different ebooks accessible, including our business ebooks. So if you scroll down, luckily business starts with a B. It's really quick to access it. So you can click directly on Business Plans Handbook right from this page. It's the first one under business, very popular, and again, starts with a B. So once you click on that link, you are actually in the full text Business Plans Handbook. And Business Plans Handbook is my favorite tool. It's just so great because these are just full text business plans. You'll see if you scroll down here, we have 47 volumes of the Business Plans Handbook from 2020 going all the way back to 1993. So I love this database because you don't actually have to go through 47 volumes to find your most relevant business plan, because we have on these 47 volumes business plans in many different industries. So here, if you click on Search Within Series, you can actually search different types of business plans. And you can see, because I use this database frequently, the kinds of businesses that I have searched. For today, we're going to stick mostly with restaurants. So if you type in your business idea, your business industry, I'm typing in restaurant, and you click submit, you will get your closest related matches. Now, do keep in mind, we do have 47 volumes here dating all the way from 1993. So just take a note of the date here, making sure you're not looking at one that's too old. So I'm scrolling down here, and I see one from 2017 for a restaurant. That looks pretty good. So when you click on that link, it will take you into your full text business plan. So here, if we scroll down, you'll see all those elements of your business plan. And you can go through and you can read it top to bottom. The nice thing about this database is that there are lots of different types of business plans, and these are all donated by the entrepreneur themselves. The name of the restaurant has been changed to protect the innocent. However, they are all actual business plans. I do highly recommend reading more than one, maybe seeing how they fit, because they're so individual to the business owner. Some people are focused very closely on, say, their financials because they're looking for a small business loan. Other businesses might be more interested in a long introduction of their management because their staff is what's unique about their business. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Couple of cool things about this database is you can download the business plans. You can email them to yourself. You can even directly download them to Google Drive. And you can also listen to them. Okay, so let's navigate out of our Gale Small Business Plan. Back to our presentation. Now I'm just going to show you the SCORE business plan resources. These are all hyperlinked here. So we're going to take a look at the template for startup businesses first. When you click on that link here, it'll take you directly to our business plan template. Again, I'm going to give you a URL so that you can access all of these links on your own computer. No, we don't want to have a mentor yet. We'll talk about that in a bit. So here you get some related content to writing business plans, and you can directly download your template. So this is going to download as a Word document. And you can directly start editing your business plan right from here. This is a very robust tool. It gives you a nice overview of all of what's included, and you can simply go through and you can add in your own information by going through and deleting. So here's our business plan. We're adding our date, currently March 26, 2020. That part is done. Add in your own company information, pass that confidentiality agreement, you have your table of contents, and here's where you can start putting in your section. So it'll give you your first section are your instructions. So instructions for your executive summary, and then it allows you to start writing in your own information. So I love this tool because it gives you the option to type in your own information as well as very detailed instructions about what to include. And you'll see on the side here everything that you can include. You don't have to include everything. You can include all of this, part of it, none of it. It's totally up to you. It's very customizable. And then when you're done, you can just save this, download it, and take it with you anytime. Additionally, from SCORE, I also linked the webinars and interactive courses on demand for small business topics. So here they have a whole library to browse. So you can take live webinars or recorded webinars. They have articles, blogs, all kinds of great tools available for free. And you can even narrow it by specific kinds of businesses, industries, all kinds of information, or search your own information as well. So very great, very robust tool. Like I mentioned, we also have that Gale Small Business Builder. This is one of our newest resources. Like I mentioned, also, it is only available at Parkway Central Library, but if you are in the area, come take a look. This is a great way to write your business plan because it offers a guided approach to business planning and helps both new entrepreneurs and experienced entrepreneurs plan, start, or optimize a small business that's focused on a long-term successful goal. So here within the Gale Small Business Builder, this is just a really quick screenshot. It gives you the tools to write a business plan kind of similar to that SCORE template, except here it's going to give you some leading information, some prompts, and there's also, beside your business plan, there are some resources and tools for the business model canvas, which is fully embedded into the Gale Small Business Builder, as well as information on creating and building a pitch. So now that we've talked a little bit about ways to get you started with getting comfortable with the business plan, we're going to jump in the next couple of sessions, next 4 sessions, for the elements of a business plan. But we're going to talk a little bit about what that means in this first section. So elements of a business plan. A business plan is a written description of your business's future, a document that tells you what you plan to do and how you plan to do it. It is essentially a roadmap for business success. Your business plan may or may not include a business or executive summary, a product or service detail, a market examination, which will include demographic research and industry knowledge or market research, competitive analysis, organization and management, marketing and sales information, financial information and projections, and maybe some appendices or additional information depending on your industry. The items that are highlighted in the light blue color are things that the free library's resources can help you with. For example, your market examination, including your demographic research and industry knowledge, your competitive analysis, as well as a little bit of information on your financial information and projections and appendices, maybe. Things like if you are a consultant, for example, you might want to include a resume and some samples from clients that you've worked with before, or any kind of artistic items that you wanted to include. Things like, thinking offhand here, oops, sorry, I went ahead there. Things like artwork or samples of any kind of work that you've done for clients in the past as a freelancer. And the next thing you're going to want to think about are your industry classification codes. Many databases at the Free Library of Philadelphia are based on industry classification codes. These codes classify businesses and business establishments simply for the purpose of collecting, analyzing, and publishing statistical data. They define businesses based on your activities or what activities your business are engaged in, and you can find your industry code in a couple of different ways. So your industry code for the purposes of this class are going to be your NAICS codes or your industry classification system. So we have in the brick very large, very thick, very thin paged reference books where you can browse and find your NAICS code the good old-fashioned way. There's also a website that has been created by the census. They are the holder of all of these codes, where you can keyword search and you can find your NAICS code that way. We also have a database we're going to talk about a little bit later in our competitive analysis section that is called Reference USA, where you can search a business that might be similar to yours or kind of a competitor that you already know of, and you can see how they're classifying their business. All that being said, we're going to pop onto that census website. So census.gov/NAICS. It's not a beautiful website, but it is very useful and it is up to date. And here's where we can find our NAICS code, that North American Industry Classification System code. So here you can keyword search. You can either enter a number if maybe you know it already, you've done this kind of research before, or you can keyword search by type, say for example, restaurant. So here, if we pop into our restaurant, anything with the word restaurant is going to come right up here. So for example, if we wanted to be a full service restaurant, here we have our 722-511. That would be our closest number. And when you click on that number, it's going to give you a nice kind of concise definition of what constitutes a full service restaurant. It's also going to give us some cross references, which are really nice because we might decide that we're not a full service restaurant. Maybe we're going to be a more of a bar or a buffet or a grill. That would be a limited service restaurant with a different number, a different code. Don't get too bogged down in this. Don't forget this is for statistical purposes and for research purposes for your competitive analysis and for your market research. You might have one code that perfectly illustrates your business, or you might have a couple of different codes. Maybe you are a theater as well as a restaurant, for example, looking at theater companies and dinner theaters. So don't get too bogged down in it. It's just a tool for you and your research. Some are kind of easy, like restaurants or daycares. Others are a little more finicky. For example, if you're a consultant or kind of between industries. Don't freak out. And below here, they've kind of thoughtfully included some corresponding index entries, things like, I'm a bagel shop. Am I a full service restaurant or a limited service restaurant? I'm a pizza place. What am I? So this is kind of telling us that, yep, you're a full service restaurant. Don't freak out just yet. Additionally, if you're also, you really can't find your code and you're a little bit nervous, you can always Google it. So for example, if I were to Google, here I am Googling restaurant NAICS code. Generally, Google's pretty accurate. We can take a look and we can copy that code here and put it directly into the census website. And if we search by number, you'll return to that same page here. So searching by number is a little bit better because you're going to get a more precise kind of result. And don't forget, the census is not Google. It's definitely not as smart. So it doesn't hurt to kind of play around and Google your code and then make sure you check it against the census website. So for example, New Delhi Indian Restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants in Philadelphia, is a full service restaurant located in University City. Its NAICS code is 722511. That's a full service restaurant. Its major industry is 7-2, accommodation and food services. So your longest NAICS code is going to be 6 digits. That's your most full industry. But you can also search your smaller industry. So for example, 7-2 would be the major industry, and that would be that food and accommodation services. And you can search anything from a 2 to a 6-digit code on the census website. So here we have that 7-2, that major industry, accommodation and food services, and you'll notice they go from 2 to 6 digits. And if you wanted to read about your major industry, you can click all those hyperlinks and get some information about that industry as well. And again, your classification code is just a tool for research. It's helpful to use for your competitive analysis and for your market research, which we're going to talk about in a couple of different sections. And after you've taken this class, if you have additional questions, you can book a librarian on our website, freelibrary.org/business. Once the free library is back open, running at full capacity after the pandemic has abated, you'll be able to request an appointment and we can go over these resources as they pertain to your specific business or business idea. And of course, you can always contact the Business Resource Innovation Center by email. Our email is listed here in this slide, as well as the URL so that you can access this presentation in full, including all of the worksheets that we hand out, including that business model canvas and some questions that can help you get started, nice prompts to help you write your canvas and start your business plan. So if this is enough information for you, I'll see you another time. If not, please stay tuned for parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.